Welcome everyone for another video, and we just finished the PCC 7 main event, and so of course here we have a match of that tournament, and this is gonna be the first match of the first quarterfinal between Professors against Press Tab. Professors, the king of the early game fundamentals, facing against Press Tab that kinda be the underdog and so decided to pull up some special strategy of their own. You will have to watch the game to see how well it worked or not. So let's jump right in. So first quarterfinal of the PCC 7 main event, we do have on the downside, we have Press Tab with Rizbro, Banus Bears, Fepi, Azazel, I don't know how you pronounce that, Eps, facing against Professors, one of the favorite in the tournament, with Survivor, Crazy Fool, Reaper 6 and Nitro. So I'm kind of interested once again, like we get the chance to see like Nitro on that Serat, so that's kind of always like be interesting to watch and see a little bit. So we're probably gonna like focus a little bit on that. So like let me check something, how it works. But it seems like the main action probably gonna be like onto the dual lane deathmatch. So we can also like watch a little bit of that.
Minions are
and also, if I remember correctly, like Press Tab have tried like a little spicy tech, so that should be like interesting to see overall. So we have the Argus Twin Blast facing against the Rictor Drongo. Normally Argus Twin Blast should have an okay time if they dodge hooks. It's kind of like all the same thing, but Crazy Fool is very, very good at landing hooks. But in terms of like damage, like Drogo has more damage than the Twin Blast, but when you add the Argus into the equation, if they can like actually like dodge the hook, then they can just like kind of all in on them and be able to deal like more damage because double range into the Rictor. But they have to, in a sense, like not be too scared to play into, because otherwise then suddenly like that's like Rictor thrive from fear. So here we try to go like for the stun, but that means that offer like a hook opportunity, but we dodge well. Like the stun ideally should be on the Drongo because Rictor has his passive, the Riot Shield, and so we don't get like a lot of damage from Eps afterwards. We get the level 2 transition, we should be playing with it, but... And we got the stun plus the pool. Ooh, Eps missing the Vaporize because of the pool. That's something like that you cannot really like afford. And here we have 6 coming for the first gank immediately. We try like to survive without having to use the flash, but in the end we have to use the flash, and because we don't use the flash early, now we also like forced back to base. So little approximation here from Eps, not really realizing that he was taking like a lot of damage, but that's like a very like early gank from this camera. Decided to skip like a camp to be present. And here we have Fepi that was rotating, trying to see if Camera was still around, but Six decided to not lose any time and decided to keep like farming his jungle immediately on the other side without losing any time. Here we do have Rizbro and Nitro like fighting a little bit at it, like a little bit surprising that Nitro is already like more healthy than Zarus in the early stage, because yeah, Chastise does more damage than Spear of the Near, but you have Spear of the Near like way more regularly, so you should be able to actually like punish that quite a lot. But one thing that Serat has for her is that you can never like stun her with the barricade because of Heaven's Fury that allow you to dodge that, or Hassan. You have a lot of potential to kind of dodge, and so like the main thing you can do as Azarus is just like poke with your spear most of the time. So here we have Professors trying like to freeze that wave, and we accept to let them freeze. That's a big mistake on the side of Press Tab. Like Crazy Fool was tanking like crazy, and we also know that like 6 cannot be there at 350. It's impossible for 6 to be there, because if 6 like gank again the dual lane, that means he didn't farm at all his blue side jungle, and he will be like super duper far behind. So if he's here, like, well, it's not even a guaranteed kill, and on top of that, that means that Noise will be like out of the game for the next like 10 minutes, which is something that 6 would not do. So here, like, they should have been like aggressive and not let Crazy Fool like freeze that. because now like Survivor is safe to stay on their tower. We see that they go like for the back on the freeze on the side of press tab, and that's like horrible wave management, and that's gonna cost them like quite a lot in terms like of resources and stuff. Like here they're gonna lose like this full wave. They're gonna lose also like a lot of minions from the next wave as well, because cannon is still up, so all this wave is probably like gonna get killed. And then on top of that, they have to break the freeze in a sense, while now it will be like, could be a timing that 6 is coming back. So this pack by press tab by Epps and Azazel is absolutely horrendous, and it can almost like cost them the dual lane already. So in the meantime, we're finally doing the blue buff on the side of 6. We do have the Rampage that is also on his own blue side jungle, but here you can see like now they're in a tough spot, because like 6 can be around, they don't know, they can't really like force to crash the wave, and they lost like a lot of farm. Like here they got pressure with Argus plus Twin Blast, and I'm pretty sure here you can see like CS 39 to 19 CS. Like that back was just that bad. They just lost dual lane on that back, because they didn't, well, they lost dual lane on the fact that they didn't crash the wave and punish Crazy Fool for losing, like, he frees a lane against a full wave with no jungle support while being like half HP and a level down compared to his opponent. That should never happen, but of course, Professors is the type of team that if you don't punish them for that, they're gonna like take advantage of it. So here we do get like Bad News Bears that was here, force the flash out of Crazy Fool, and that was like a good presence of the jungle. So that means that now Crazy Fool and Survivor will not be in a position to be able like to crash the wave, and so we could add like a freeze on the side of Epps and Azazel, but with the possibility of having the Rampage around. Here we see that 6 is not like around, so that's something that they do have to respect, and maybe that Professor is actually calling that, okay, they can go for a freeze, we might need some help, so be around to over in case we need you. And here you can see already like the huge differences. Like, so here we have the Rampage that is around, which means that you should make it complicated for Survivor and Crazy Fool to be able to just like not crash the wave for free, because if they freeze, then suddenly they're on the opposite side, and you can see that the Rampage is around. If they force like them to engage on them to be able to crash that wave, then the Rampage is in a perfect position. But it seems that Epps plus Azazel have no idea on how to actually like do correct wave management here, and that means that now they lose like a big opportunity, and now the wave is bouncing back on the other direction, and so Professor is once again into a very commanding spot in that dual lane, because press tab dual lane is not like asking them any tough question.
Allied tower under attack. Allied tower under attack.
And so here you can see we're gonna come back into dual lane. Oh, and this is where like decide to go like for the swap. So they put like the dual lane onto the off lane while they send their off laner onto the dual lane. But the problem is like here you can see wave is like well advanced. It's not really like ideal. It's on a cannon wave. So we're gonna get like into that situation while we have a swap from press tab. And I think like the swap like can maybe be interesting, but they're like super far behind. So here they're gonna get like counter engage because 6 is around. That's gonna be the flash out of the Azazel. We do have Banyu's Beer arriving, and so that could be like probably like a rock. We do miss the rock, unfortunately. 6 is trying to be aggressive. Banyu's Bear with the level 6. We use the flower. 6 go back up. It's gonna get chased, get the stun, force the flash away, but to get the flash from Banyu's Bear and the Vortex Grenade is actually enough to secure the kill. So they're gonna secure that kill on 6, but they spend a lot of resources. And in the meantime, we do have like Rizbro having like some tough time naturally against like a Rictor Drongo. And here, dodging the hook, so surviving that. And so we get like a 4-man rotation, securing that mini prime. So still, we got like pretty good result in a sense, because we get the mini prime and we also get like a kill. But once again, like at what cost? 47 CS to 71 CS. Like this kill doesn't compensate for those like CS being lost already. And so that's like, and also probably that, but also Rizbro a little bit like further behind because he was like against a dual lane losing like some farm. So hello Laconator, to be honest, like I truly believe that you've stepped up as a team. And like one of your biggest mistake was that you didn't know how to push your lead or like create like action or like how to finish correctly matches. And I feel like in the game that I've seen like both in the Swiss round and also like in the quarterfinal the day before, you kind of fixed that. So for me, like you were looking super sharp and like I really thought you could pull it off and you actually did, so good job. So what do we have here? So we try to go aggressive here with the Black Hole. Probably Feppy is out of flash. No, he's not out of flash. What's happening there? So do we have flash from Feppy? Or maybe did he get the flash after? So I kind of want to see. So one thing that here from like Feppy, what's happening. So he get poked a little bit. Slow grenade. This is like kind of like here you can see he used the landmine to be aggressive, but because like if you have your landmine, you can like push yourself out of the black hole. So that was a mistake to use the landmine aggressively like that. And now we get like actually like in a big trouble. We get the flashback, so we can like actually survive that gank because it was just at the timing we get the flashback. But now we get like the gank onto the dual lane. That's gonna be a double kill. We try to protect 6 here, but Bad News Bear is pretty big with like the level advantage. He has the mini prime as well, so they have to respect that because I don't think like they can actually fight it. Bad News Bear can like keep the fight going if they want. But we do get the rotation from Serrat, and that's Nitro that's gonna secure like another kill for himself. Gonna survive, and here we do have Survivor that is 2-0, 86 CS to 57. Like, in a sense, like a big portion of that dual lane, I already said it like many times, it's just like bad wave management. And that's like one of those things that I feel like if you want to have like any shot at like reaching tier 1 teams, like you need to have your fundamentals correct. And for all those tier 2 teams, like it's very important that you start getting your fundamentals correct, but fast, because the tier 1 team are already like the step like ahead. In previous PCC tournament and stuff, like there were kind of still like fundamentals was better, but they weren't like working towards like the next step. And on that PCC, like the tier 1 team are already like working on the next step. So people really need to get their fundamentals correct. And one of that is just like good wave management, because you cannot really like afford that from happening. So we do secure though the Franctus on the side of press tab. So we get like the first two objectives of that match. But in terms of farm, we're actually not too far behind, so I guess that maybe... Where is this farm coming? Maybe on Bad News Bear compared to 6. So 6 sacrificing a lot of his farm to be present on lanes, but we can see 30 CS done on mid lane, 35 CS done on carry. Similar on the Serrat matchup into the Zarus, when the Zarus should be like slightly ahead on terms of actual CS. So every single lane is losing hard on the CS department. And that's gonna start snowballing pretty hard at some point. Only Bad News Bear is well into that match and on the side of press tab, and so that's gonna be like trouble. So here we have Bad News Bear that is around, but with like Argus already removed from the picture, Survivor and Crazy Fool not super scared to go here. It does have to be careful though, because Crazy Fool used the flash in, flash out. Survivor trying to get the kill onto Epps. We do have 6 arriving. Crazy Fool trying to stay alive. We do get the call to stop Bad News Bear to be able to go onto Crazy Fool. And now Bad News Bear is taking a lot of damage, but no, it's the Howitzer time to arrive. And they're gonna turn onto 6. I don't think they can really like save 6. 6 is gonna get the kill on Bad News Bear though. And we get like the hook from Crazy Fool, and we get the ultimate trying to block the last shot, but unfortunately they weren't like fully aligned still. They got 3 kills, only lose 1 in the process, and they also like managed to kill like this Rampage that was like the only one really having like a great game for himself, and that's gonna be tough. Thanks Malix for the raid. Welcome everyone. So here we're looking at applying some pressure on Rizbro under the tier 1 tower into the tier 1 with Soul Reaper like not trying like to steal like the 5 camp. While Nitro is just crashing the wave, getting a reset. Here Rizbro didn't get his own reset, so it's gonna be there, but not the wave is gonna push back in the other direction. While he has to go back to base, that means that Thad can go for a freeze, and that's gonna be like a CS advantage for the side of Nitro. And now on the dual lane, 5-0. Pretty far ahead. Infernum is finished plus Soul Callis, so if we're farming well, like probably Soul Callis can be close to finishing, but I don't think it is with 83 CS. And we get the rotation of Soul Reaper, getting the double flash out of that dual lane, but that means that now they have like to fully disengage, and that's be like additional farm being denied from Eps on this Twin Blast. Remember also that Twin Blast is the easiest carry to farm, and so being like 50% CS down compared to a Drongo is in a sense a bit criminal.
An allied tower is destroyed.
So here they do secure the tower, taking advantage of the fact that Rizbro had to go back to base on the timing that he tried to get like one more wave, contest like a little bit Soul Reaper that was on the 5 camp, but that means that he lost a lot of tempo, and so that means that's a tier 1 tower being secured. And so here we're looking at that mini prime, trying to be like a little bit contesting it, but 6 is a little bit too fast. Rizbro is in the front line. We do have Crazy Fool arriving with the Replash. We take a lot of damage, force the flash away, but we have 6 like following that up. It's gonna be a kill. We follow up onto the Argus, trying to deal as much damage as we can, and that's gonna be like already like a double kill. Feppy trying to run for his life, Banyusbear as well, and that's gonna be like a clean mini prime plus a clean double kill on the side of Professors. And here we can see that, yeah, we got 2 objectives for like the early game, but Professors didn't really like rotate for those objectives and accepted to just like leave them for the side of Prestab. But at what cost for Prestab? Yeah, they got 2 objectives, but that's gonna be like at the cost of a lot of farm that now in those mid-game teamfight, they're too far behind on farm, they're too far behind on items, and they can never take like any engagement. Here we try to get like some damage onto Soul Reaper. Rizbro is looking to chase that. Crazy Fool is just like being a nuisance, still has his flash up, so it's gonna be able like to survive. 6 dropping down. Rizbro trying to do his best to deal some damage, but here we don't have enough damage. The rest of the team not really like following up like the aggression from Rizbro, and he's just gonna end up paying with his life. So time to go for the full reset. So everyone going back to base, resetting before the Sanctus. Thank you, Ego. Have a good time. Here we do have Nitro, surprising like Eps, and yeah. Fog Wall are dangerous when you're that far behind and you're a carry. I guess like Eps thought that everyone has gone back to base, but Nitro was like already like taking presence, and that's gonna be like some good aggression overall. Here we get like some good control. Eps is dead. Sanctus is gonna be impossible to contest, to be honest, with 6 that already has the mini prime. We do have Soul Reaper like applying some pressure on the left side. We can see that now it takes a lot of damage. Banyusbear starting to get like not really tanky because of like how far ahead. And wow. Is it like Azazel like just like trolling his Rampage? No, it's Rizbro trolling his Rampage. Wow, that's such great team communication, as we can see here. Banyusbear getting killed by his teammate, not even his fault here. Rizbro should have waited for the Rampage to be in good position, but just thought about himself. Not an ounce of empathy for his Rampage. Gonna cost him his life. Here we gonna dive like pretty aggressively. Nitro doing a lot of damage onto the Howitzer on Feppy. Gonna secure the kill, and that's already like 2 kills being secured. We're gonna get like the tier 2 tower, and it's kind of like Professors going like super fast. We do catch also the Argus. Rizbro trying to do his best, but we have the black hole, and that's gonna be like overall 4 people getting picked here. And it all started with like just that explosive flower being activated by Zyrus, killing like their rampage, which means that now like they don't really have any engage potential afterwards.
An allied inhibitor under attack.
So we lose almost every single structures on the side of press tab. In terms of CS, yeah, we are 80 CS down overall. We are like 12 kill down. In terms of objective, we completely have even up the game on the side of Professors. Once again, like I said, you don't need to contest every single early objective if like the enemy team is sacrificing too much to get them, and that's exactly what Press Tab has done. They tried to play a little bit too fast, and Professor simply like stand their ground and get like very good form, and no, like as we can see, like Press Tab cannot fight any team fight. So here we're looking at something, trying to get like maybe some damage onto 6, but Crazy Fool is around. We're gonna try like to defend this tier 2 tower. I assume this is where like the action is gonna look. 4 people from Professor are already there. We try to get like a lot of damage onto Nitro. Nitro forced to ascend away. And here we're gonna get like some poke on Banyu's Bear from like the Gideon. Combination of Void Breach and Cosmic Rift. We're looking, we're kind of playing slow. We're dodging the stun. 6 is trying like to go onto Rizbro, so that means that we're gonna force the engage. Banyu's Bear like dropping onto 6, but 6 is very tanky. We do have the Serat plus the Drongo arriving. We're trying to deal as much damage, but Serat is a little bit too deep. Nitro falling, Banyu's Bear coming back with 1 HP into that team fight. Not really sure what he was expecting to get. And here that means that in the end, that was a very nice pick because Nitro overstepping is welcome. But then Banyu's Bear, I think, forget to watch his health bar and decided like to go forward and ended up trading the 1-for-1. So now that means that also the hunt is gone. So that can like maybe be an option while the Serat like respawn or like trying to force maybe like an objective. So here on the side of Press Tab, if they want to have any shot at that match, it's maybe like they get a miraculous steal onto the R Prime if the Professor kind of make a mistake, but they have to be very, very careful of not getting picked up with the Rictor. It's very, very tough to play corners because at any time you step up, like you can like get grabbed, so they can never go through that stairs. So that's why like they try to come like from that side. They try to jump over with the rock to try to catch Soul Reaper, but unfortunately it doesn't connect. Soul Reaper zoning everyone. Kind of like a very aggressive positioning, to be honest, against like the amount of CC the enemy team has. But so far, like no CC is landing on him, so he feels like super safe and confident to be playing at that max range. And in the meantime, we're doing the R Prime here. A lot of hesitation. The Professor special. They just do the objective with 2 or 3 people, while the rest remain at zoning. And here we have Banyu's Bear that get like captured, trying to flash in. Actually, I go for the 50-50, but 6 very, very ready for that. Use the call, secure the stun onto the rampage, and then like a perfect hunt. And that's gonna be like simply the R Prime being secured. And then it's a matter of trying like to chase people. Nitro trying to stay alive. We do get like the ultimate using the Evans Fury to disappear inside Rizbro to not be able to be targeted by the Synaptic Obliterator, but it's not enough. Azazel forced to flash away, gonna get captured, and now we only have Epps remaining to try to defend against a 4-man push with R Prime. And yeah, Twin Blast has a lot of depush, and we have the Man Razor completed, but it's like a Gideon camera that can simply like TP plus jump on you to be able to kill you, so it's gonna be like pretty tough to defend. To be fair, we do have Banyu's Bear that is back. We're gonna get Fippy that is coming back around. So I think on the side of Professors, they will have probably to wait to play that a little bit slow. But no, Banyu's Bear didn't respect the hook range. And now we lose the rampage before even like going for a fight. I'm not even sure what he was expecting to do with the boulder, but you have to remember, when you take the boulder, you're a little bit like not able to move, and so that's like get punished immediately. We get like a next hook by Crazy Fool, and here everything collapsed. I feel like that press tab could have defended that push because like the Serat wasn't there for a long time, so that means that they could have defending a 5v4. But the problem is that they just offered like multiple 4v1 actually, and so they ended up like losing that match. So overall, Professor was the team that was supposedly the favorite, was supposed to win that match, and they actually like showed it. And I feel like Press Tab, like they tried to come with like that idea of the lane swap. They get all your objective, but in the face of the fundamentals of like good wave management, well, it's nice that we go for some stuff that is different, but like I said, like you need to have the fundamentals working, otherwise you're just gonna get like hard stomp like it was the case in that match.